Hey, how's everybody doing on this absolutely gorgeous Wednesday morning? Not sure the date. Probably somewhere around, say, 20th, 21st, 22nd, somewhere. I don't know. Don't really care. But anywho, you know, I was watching a couple of YouTube channels that I am subscribed to, Retired Harley Rider, and Motobomb Virginia. And the two of them brought up some really great topics. You know, Retired Harley Rider mentioned about, you know, having the camera on all the time and doing vlog after vlog. And if you are a follower of my channel, you'll notice I haven't done a video in like 2 weeks. It's simply because I felt like I was spending more time yapping into the microphone and less time enjoying my ride. So that's why you haven't seen a video from me in about 2 weeks, because I was just getting lost in trying to create channel content and really not just out there enjoying my ride. So I think I'm going to maybe see if I can't cut back on my videos, and you know, because I was putting out 2 a week. Most weeks I was putting out 2 a week, and I think maybe one every I don't know, every week and a half, 2 weeks. I mean, I don't see the need to be doing a video every week, 2 videos every week. I just don't have that big of a following. I don't have that big of a channel. And if that doesn't bother me in the least bit, I never expected to get nothing out of my YouTube channel. I was solely doing it for my pleasure, and that's what I lost. I lost the pleasure of me doing it for me. Does that make any sense to any? Oh, before we get too far in, how about a big thumbs up? You hit that like button, subscribe. I don't know what's growing on the vine over there, but it all looked like it has come to pass and dead. It's all turned orange. I think they were peppers and they never got them in. Oh, what a shame. Everything's wilted and dead. Oh, yeah, that did. Weird looking tomato plants. I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, that's my thought. And you know, I'm gonna drop a link to both YouTubers' channels down below. You know, Retired Harley Rider, Retired Rider, whatever he goes by now, and Motobomb Virginia. I'll even drop a link in there to the rabbit hole. That's a pretty cool channel. They have discuss a lot of cool topics. And the other one, Motobomb Virginia, you know, he was on his commute home in or to from work, whatever, really not sure. And there was a SUV or something towing a trailer full of construction debris, home renovation debris. And there was this lonely 2x4 full of nails just dangling out the side, just waiting to become a spike strip for some poor unsuspecting soul, or you know, take out one of us bikers. And it wasn't too long into his video, I want to say maybe 11-12 minutes, that yes, that 2x4 vacated the trailer. And that brings me up to my second point about road debris and road hazards. Now, I just drove by a pothole on the other side, and the last time I came the opposite direction up this road, it was a mediocre palm-sized pothole. Now it is a rim breaker, because let's face it, the county and the DPW does not come out to these roads that often because they're not traveled heavily. It's mostly traveled by Mosaic and their big dump trucks. They're tri-axles and they're 18-wheeler dump trucks, and they're hauling that phosphate around, or whatever it is they're strip mining out of the earth. So they'll only see a pothole and they just drive by most of them. They don't bother patching them up until they get ridiculously big, and when they do a crappy job. So potholes, road hazards. What road hazards have you come along? You know, in all my years of riding, and I mean, I can remember vividly the very first road hazard that I encountered and hit, and it was my own fault. Yep, can you believe that? I'm actually admitting to being a doofus. And I can tell you exactly where it happened. It was mid-October, and me and my older brother John, we were out for our ride, and I was very young. I was 19, and still relatively new to street bike scene, and I was on my 1978 KZ 1000, and we were riding through Miles Standish State Forest in Plymouth, Massachusetts, and I was following behind a car much too close. And if you've ever ridden any type of road in New England in any type of state forest, you'll know that you cannot pass any place. I mean, it's just twisty. You know, maximum speed you're going is probably maybe 30. And I was just looking for a place where I could scoot by this guy that was going probably 15 miles an hour, and I was getting irritated. And you stay there, buddy. Don't pull out. Alright, nope, don't do it. Stop those wheels. Thank you. And I was following way too close, and lo and behold, he straddled a piece of firewood. And I was close enough to him that I had no time to react. So going back to my dirt biking days, yes, I rode dirt bike for many years, and going back to my dirt biking days, when I saw this piece of wood come out and knew I had no chance of avoiding it and I was going to take it head on, I just got my butt up out of the seat and I stood up on the pegs, and I hit it dead on, and managed to blow a fork seal, but kept the bike upright. And that was a hard lesson learned, because, well, number one, my older brother, being wiser and smarter than me, said, no, you're not bringing it back to the dealer to have that fork seal fixed, you're going to do it. So, well, I was already in the trade as an industrial mechanic working on heavy machinery, so even though the bike was under warranty, I replaced the fork seal myself. It wasn't that tough of a job, thinking back. And over the years, I have encountered endless road debris. One of my most scariest encounters was I was coming back from Cape Cod, Massachusetts, and I was coming up, oh geez, I'm trying to think, because it's not 495. Well, whatever road comes out of Buzzards Bay and connects into 495, I can't remember. My mind is squash. And anyways, I have my wife on the back. It was a beautiful summer day. It was actually extremely hot. It was in the 90s. And a pickup truck up ahead had the bed liner come out. Now, Sunday afternoons in Massachusetts, Cape Cod traffic, if anybody understands what I'm talking about, you'll know what I mean. It is it is like the last lap of either Daytona or Talladega in NASCAR. Everybody's all bunched up. We're all trying to go, you know, 75, 80 miles an hour, and there's no place to go. Well, here comes this pickup truck bed liner, and it lands smack dab in the middle of the highway. And I went as far to my right as I possibly could without hitting the guy that was beside me. Now, whether he saw what was going on and understood what I was doing, he applied the brakes enough to let me get into his lane. And I mean, when I say get into his lane, I'm pretty sure you couldn't have fit a slice of newspaper between my bike and his front bumper, because the person behind me that was, you know, driving too close, like I said, you know, we're all vying for that 1 inch of space. He hit that truck bed liner, and that thing just absolutely positively grenaded. So I am thankful to that man in that, if I remember correctly, it was an older Plymouth station wagon, pretty much an antique for the mid-2000s. So I thank him for letting me in. Other road hazards I've come across: ladders. Yes, I've come across both extension ladders and step ladders in my years. One night my older brother met me at work, and we were going up to the cabin in Maine, and geez, we went on the Southeast Expressway in Boston, not 3 minutes, and there was, I would have to say at least a half a pallet of sod just strewn all over the place just before the what used to be the Salt Station underpass, which is now the Joe Moakley Tunnel. So yeah, that was fun. Skunks, wildlife galore. I've encountered all sorts of wildlife. I have been extremely lucky not to have wrestled any of them. Although I did chase a bear once in the woods. That wasn't smart. But yeah, all kinds of wildlife, ladders, extensions. One other item that I did hit, I was most recently, which was just about 2 years ago. I was can't even remember where I was going. I think I was going up to Steinhatchee, Florida for a little R&R just to get away, and traffic was extremely heavy, and I went to change lanes, and there's a folding table just lying in the middle of the interstate, and I had no choice but to run it over. Thankfully nothing happened. Thankfully I stayed upright, because, well, let's face it, folding tables are very slippery. So yeah, you know, you have to be ever vigilant. I mean, even these roads I ride, I mean, if you watch any of my videos, you'll see I have this magnetism for birds. I don't know anybody that's been hit as many times as me by birds. I mean, I'm gonna have to say at least once or twice a year I will hit a bird. I mean, I will take it square in the chest area. I don't know what it is. I'm a magnet for these things. So that's kind of goofy, to be honest with you. That, I mean, I've hit birds like that. I mean, very weird. So yeah, what kind of road hazards have you come across? Oh, you also know, before I got on the bird thing, you know, even out here on these nice roads, you got to watch out for sand and gravel in the corners, and one of the biggest thing is from dump trucks is hydraulic fluid. The dump trucks are the garbage trucks. I mean, these people have a bad habit of puking hydraulic fluid in the middle of turns, and I don't get that. What's this guy doing? He doesn't know. Neither do I. Excuse me. Yeah, there's we got all, you know, sanders in these corners. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've come around a corner and, you know, seeing like a shovel full of or sand or dirt. You've seen those in some of my videos. And oh, house for sale. Definitely can't afford it. Squirrel. Yeah, I mean, sand, gravel, rocks, fluids. I remember one time going to work early in the morning. I used to go to work early in the morning, and even retired rider had touch base on this. He said he used to love being out there at, you know, 5 a.m. going to work. Well, I used to leave the house at about 3:20 to go to work, and I didn't live very far away from work, and you know, I only lived like 15 miles from work, but I used to go in early to get all the overtime I could. I mean, they you know, paid us punched. I was maxed out on salary, so they said, hey, just come in and do bench work and we'll pay you. So that's what I did. Went in, did bench work, and they paid me. And it made up for, you know, the fact that they couldn't give me any more money because I maxed out on salary. So that was pretty cool. But one early morning, just as I was getting on Route 128, which is now in Massachusetts, Route 128, it's a whole bunch of different roads. It's 93, it's 95, it's Route 1, and it all depends on where you're located. So where I was, I guess we'll call it 95. Where I was, we'll call it, where I was getting on the interstate or the expressway, we'll call it 95 in Randolph, right on the Quincy, Milton, Randolph line. And I saw a couple of cars just absolutely, I mean, tearing it up, well over 100 miles an hour. I mean, they were well into triple digits, and I was like, yep, okay, you'll see the cops 6 miles ahead. You're gonna go by the cops, and I'll see who's pulled over about a mile after that. But long story short, they wrecked right around Neponset. I mean, it's a big overpass, and there's Morrissey Boulevard, Gallivan Boulevard, Route 3A, all interchange under this overpass, and it's a very long overpass, and it is very bumpy, and they, at that speed, they wrecked. And I got there probably 2 minutes after the carnage, and you know, unknown to me, there was a ton of radiator fluid. Let me tell you something, antifreeze is slippery, and I thank my lucky stars that day I didn't go down, because, well, first of all, I did, when I saw the big wreck up ahead, and you know, multiple cars had already stopped and turned on the four-way flashes, I had already slowed down to, you know, 15 miles an hour. I was in first gear. I was going real slow because I knew there was going to be all kind of debris all over the highway. And the thing was, I mean, I saw the fluid, and I saw it was shiny in the headlight of the motorcycle, and it didn't dawn on me because, I don't know, wee early hours of the morning, and I hadn't had, you know, my gallon of coffee yet. But you know, as I rolled past the accident, there was no sense in me stopping, because there was already I mean, at that hour of the morning, if you're from New England or anything, the Boston area, you'll know there's cars 24 hours a day on the roadways. So I mean, in the 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes it took me to get there, there was already a dozen cars stopped and people gathered around, so there was absolutely zero reason for me to stop. But like I said, I did slow down to first gear speed, which was probably, you know, 10-15 miles an hour. And as I rode through all this nice shiny liquid on the ground, and as I passed it, this clown, believe me, it's closer than it appears. He didn't even look. He didn't even look. Not even a look. Yeah, maybe I'll send the clip to his company, because we all know that it's a lot closer than it appears on the GoPro. But anyways, back to what I was saying. You know, and I cleared it, and I gave a quick glance over my shoulder, and well, I goosed the throttle to get back up to speed, and that rear tire absolutely just spun like it was on ice. I was like, wahoo! And I mean, I got a little sideways and squirrely, and I had a butt puck factor of 10 plus. And I was like, that was dumb, you idiot. I go, that was really dumb. And I look back at it now, and it's kind of funny. Yeah, but out here you see all kind of craziness. I mean, I mean, a couple of my past videos. I mean, retired Harley rider mentioned last night he didn't have the camera on, and he come around the corner and there was somebody on his side of the road head on. Yep, you've seen that in two of my past videos, most recent ones. May, and I think May, third week of May and the first week of this month, I had people on my side of the road. It's sometimes it's kind of depressing to come out here and ride with all the crap you got to put up with. People tailgating, tractor trailer trucks like that guy just now didn't even stop. You know, I don't even think he looked. I doubt he even looked in my direction. He saw the trucks coming the other way, and he just went. So, this corner is really bad for gravel and crap, because everybody goes in the dirt there, and they drag it out. They splash it out when it's wet, and there's mud. I've seen mud halfway across that turn. I don't see no alligators. I always look on the riverbanks to see if there's an alligator. I'll stop, I'll break out the cell phone and take a picture and link, you know, insert it. Got alligators in the pond behind my house, but they're playing hide and seek this year. I don't know what's up, I haven't seen one. They're there though, I know they're there. So yeah, you know, and now I'm going to contradict myself. Are you ready? I know right as soon as I started this video I said I hadn't been making a lot of videos because I felt as though it was distracting me from my riding, and I was going to try to limit it to, you know, maybe one every 2 weeks, or maybe just one a week. And well, tomorrow I am taking my bride out, and we're gonna go to our favorite barbecue place out in Frostproof, the Frostproof Barbecue Company, and I'll probably do a video with her just because she's with me. Now, I don't think I'll put her audio on the GoPro because too many cables. I mean, I can do it and it's not that hard, but there's just a lot of dangling cables off the side of my head, and I don't like it because they tend to tap against the side of the helmet, and I don't want to put any duct tape or any tape like that because, well, nasty. So anyways, that's my story. I was just doing a quick ride today. I wanted to burn off some gas so I can stop on the way home and fill up, and that way tomorrow after my wife does her thing and we get set and we can skedaddle and head out there to Frostproof by 10:30 or so, and it's 90 minutes, so if we leave at 10:30, 90 minutes will bring us right into noontime, and that's lunchtime for me. So we'll just do that. Yeah, and I won't have to stop for gas. We can just get on and go, which is great. So that's my little ramblings for today. So do I want to scoot across here or not? Because I can, and I know where it goes. Yeah, so I'm burning off a lot of gas. I got 39 miles to empty, and well, I just hope I leave myself enough to get all the way home. One-lane road closed. Alright, so I'm going to end this video. And let me know in the comments below what kind of road hazards you've come across. You know? And what's your worst road hazard? You know, what's your worst road hazard that you've had? Let me know in the comments. As usual, give me a big thumbs up. Yeah, trying to end this video and I can't end this video. A lot of construction. You know why there's so much? Ooh, that's bamboo. You know why there's so much construction and power line crap going on? It's because of all the subdivisions they're building. It's ridiculous. Yeah, not winning. Alright, as usual, give me a big thumbs up. Peace, God bless. I have stretched it to the limit. I have got no gas at all. I got about 200 yards to go to the gas station. I got 221 miles out of the tank. I hope I got enough gas to get to the pump. This is a super long light. Super long light. Kind of screwed. I took one too many side turns, and one that I only thought was like 5 miles turned out to be 15. Yep, I hosed myself. Oh well, hopefully I can make it. Should get the green any second now. Maybe not. They're still turning left from the other direction. Here we go. It's sputtering. We're sputtering. Yeah, it's a sputtering. Oh man, I don't believe I made it. I don't believe I made it. 221 miles. Woo! Alright, that's the end of the video.